Thank you for tuning in to the best parenting show on the internet, Post Daily Dose.
Hey, good evening, Facebook family. Welcome to another episode of Post Daily Dose with me, your trusted parenting advisor, faithful guide and servant on the healing journey. What's my name? Big Papa Brian+Post. Today I am recording from Yukon, Oklahoma. Look at that. Now, some of you in the world have probably never seen anything that looks like that big gray building. That's called a grain bin. So in Oklahoma, we produce a lot of wheat. And so one of the things they do with the wheat during wheat season is the farmers load it all up in trucks. They bring it to the wheat bin, and then they store it in those big wheat bins like that right there until it's time to sell it. So just a little bit of Oklahoma education. So I hope everyone's doing well. Tonight we're going to talk about prevention and mindfulness. I've kind of been on this kick a little bit about looking at children when they regress and when they're stressed, and also looking at yourself as a parent. And then it consistently reminds me and makes me think, when we are like with our children and they are all of a sudden, actually what triggered this was I did a interview for an Adoptive Mom Summit podcast the other day, and Kelly, the interviewer, was telling me about an experience with her 4-year-old. And they'd been having a really good day, and all of a sudden they were going to go out to eat, and they had a really bad day. And she handled it okay, she thought, but she also thought she could have handled it a lot better. Hey, Tracy. So I like to really try to make this as simple for you guys as possible. When you're having a really good day and your kids are having a really good day, and then all of a sudden it goes to hell, there's a couple reasons for that. Number one is it requires your window of tolerance in order to have that good day. We don't have good days unexpectedly. We have good days because good days are byproducts of some regulatory experiences in our lives where we've slept good, we've had the right food, we've had the right friends, we've had the right amount of oxytocin, hugs, acceptance, joy, understanding, everything's magical and it's happening, it's working in our lives all at the same time. Our window of tolerance is much bigger, and therefore we tolerate stress in a much easier way. But over a period of time of tolerating all that, hey, Caitlin, and good evening, Brenda. Over a period of time of tolerating all that, your window of tolerance gets smaller and smaller and smaller. And when that happens, especially for children, see, a child who's acting out is really like a tired baby. All of a sudden, they've been goo-goo gaga and laughing and burping and farting, and all of a sudden now they're crying and they're hard to console. That's the same as a dysregulated, stressed out child. They exhaust their window of tolerance and everything becomes a stressor. The problem is it stresses us out as parents. And when we get stressed out as parents, then our children lose the effective regulatory support that we're supposed to be providing for them. See, children, all their regulatory mechanisms are still developing. They're not there yet. If they were developed, they'd be able to handle themselves a lot better, but they're not there yet. So they're relying on us as parents. They're relying on our hippocampal effectiveness. They're relying on our oxytocin responses in order to help them soothe their cortisol when they're stressed out. So when we get stressed out, when our children are stressed out, we're actually we're fueling the fire. And so it's not that you're not supposed to get stressed out because stress is automatic. It's that you're not supposed, as a parent, you have to work to not get dysregulated. And the best way to do that, guys, the easiest way to do that is to stop seeing your children's behavior as a threat. Your child's behavior is not about you. Your child's behavior is about them exhausting their window of tolerance and doing the best they can and not knowing what else to do. And so that just drives their behavior. You take it personally. You get triggered in your own trauma. You take it personally. And then when you do that, you move into your own state of stress and overwhelm. And then both of you basically are two stressed out kids. You're probably a stressed out adolescent, maybe a stressed out 5-year-old, and they're a stressed out baby. And no one feels very safe that way. So the best thing to do when you experience your children in a state of overwhelm is realize they're in a state of overwhelm. They've exhausted their window of tolerance. They're completely stressed out. They're doing the best they can. It's really not about you. They're relying on you to provide that effective regulatory support, and just be present. Just breathe, calm yourself down, be mindful, pay attention to what you're thinking and feeling. Try not to let yourself get overwhelmed. If you do get overwhelmed, just take a step back for a moment. Take 3 to 10 deep breaths. That's where you choose love. Because remember, in any given situation, we always have 2 choices. We can continue and continue and continue to do the same thing and expect a different outcome. We can continue to react from blueprints of stress and fear and overwhelm. We can continue to let the parenting matrix dictate to us how we are in relationship or not in relationship with our children. Or we can stop, we can take 3 to 10 deep breaths, we can slow down, and we can choose love. And that's what Big Papa wants for you. I want you to be able to choose love in every possible moment that you can, and in the moments that you in every possible moment that you can, and in the moments that you can't, I just want you to learn from it and grow and see what you could have done differently. Remember, get a free copy of my book, From Fear to Love. It's available. Just go to feartolovebook.com. If you've already got a copy, send it to a friend or family. Post it on your Facebook page. I want 100,000 copies of this book in the hands of families around the world. And we already have families from the UK, from the Netherlands, from all over the US picking up their copy of the book. So please, 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 post it on your Facebook page. Put it on your Instagram. Help Big Papa spread the message of love-based parenting and relationship, and the power that we have to be able to create healing for one another. God bless you. Have a fantastic evening, and I'll see you in the morning if you happen to be up for morning motivation. If not, I'll see you back here tomorrow evening for Post Daily Dose. Good night, everyone.